Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute Thanksgiving Eve. And today we did not enjoy Johnny Walker Red. So we did follow it up with Bourbon Cream, which we did enjoy. So we got a few people in today. So
Jazzy Jeff is in the house nice and early. How's it going?
Usually click and bring it up there.
All right. Sorry.
Those two
Can we mix it up? Can we mix it up?
They'd like to see their faces there and everything.
Good evening, everyone. Nice Nanette's in the house. How you doing?
And it looks like it's the Nanette. It looks like it's the Upstate New York show tonight. We got two people in here, Nanette and Jeff, and we got us.
That's all.
Here we go. Hey, you know something? It's all. Everybody else can watch it on the replay. They won't know what they're missing.
Exactly.
Hey, I did want to make a couple of quick apologies before we ask how sales are. I do apologize for the people that came here today, expecting to see Mr. Magazine eat something. He told me last week, oh, yeah, no problem. I said, you're not fasting? No. I said, okay. So I mentioned on Whatnot that we were going to be doing an eating challenge tonight and everything like that. Then he texted me early this afternoon. I'm not eating anything, am I? I'm on a fast.
Well, okay. A couple things real quick to say. First of all,
did you see that smirk I had?
First of all, I fast usually Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, depending how the weeks go. But I'm not gonna fast next Wednesday. I will do it next Wednesday.
All right. You heard that.
Yes.
You heard that. Everybody heard that.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so obviously we eat a lot of food. And then Friday we're going to some like Friendsgiving thing to my wife's friends or something. And then we're going to some bar tomorrow night. So I'm gonna be in my son's home. So we're gonna be eating and drinking a lot of alcohol, eating a lot of food. So I figured I gotta fast. I gotta get 60 hours in by tomorrow morning of fasting. And then I could feel good all weekend and eat whatever I want.
So there we are. Next weekend, next week on the show, no guest. We will have.
That means I want to fast Monday. If I do fast, it'll be Monday and Tuesday, or it'll be Thursday, Friday.
Okay, there we are.
There we got it covered.
All right.
Here we go. All right. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Marvelous Mr. Hot Wheels in the house. Dandy Diane's in the house. How's everyone doing?
Okay. And the other thing I'd like to apologize is anybody that showed up today to my Whatnot auction to suddenly find out I did not have a Whatnot auction today. I was driving Mrs. Paperguy home from Mr. Magazine's warehouse, and all of a sudden the phone rang, and I answered it, and it was random neighborhood kid whom I haven't spoken to for a couple of weeks, and I don't even know what he's doing for Thanksgiving. And he goes, hey, can you give me a ride? My car's in the shop and I go, all right. So we ended up spending 3 hours chauffeuring him around. Although I did make him buy. Now, all right, Mr. Magazine, question for you.
Yep.
He said, you drive me, I'll buy lunch. I made him buy lunch. Am I a bad guy?
No, not at all.
All right.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check.
Was it like a diner? Was it like Taco Bell? I mean, it doesn't really matter, but whatever it is, it's a good gesture.
It was the Foking over in Bushnell's Basin. It was a Vietnamese place.
Okay.
So there we are. So I made him. I left the tip though, to be honest.
Right.
Welcome in, Sandy. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Now, do I have to say wonderful right selection now, or can I still say like delightful dawn? You know, what do we got going on here? What do we want? Let me know.
Oh, that's a good.
Right?
I think delightful dawn is
wonderful rights in the house or delightful dawn's in the house.
I gotta go delightful dawn.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll keep it the same. Well, what if she doesn't? What if she likes wonderful right? Or worldly right?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. So I ended up because I was chauffeuring him around. I was afraid that I wasn't going to make it back in time, and I didn't want that stress, especially with the traffic. There was a lot of traffic today.
You get stressed out. Yeah, I get it.
I got home at 3:57, and I said, "Yeah, I'm glad that I moved the show. I could have done it, but I would have been just rushing right in there."
Exactly. Dandy Donald's in the house. How's it going? Happy Thanksgiving back at you.
And now we're going to start the show. 4 minutes and 25 seconds in. How are your sales, Mr. Magazine, and everybody else out there? How are your sales?
Right now, I think we're doing pretty good on all sites. You know, we got eBay's pretty good. Can't complain there. Amazon's been pretty solid. The Shopify website's pretty good. DVD site, everything's doing great. It looks like a lot of positive stuff in the near future. Hopefully, we're going to have a huge day Friday and Saturday and Monday.
You're going to pay me off sometime soon?
Not that soon. The IRS comes first. We all know that.
That's fair.
creditors, anything like that. And then, you're on the bottom of the list, but we'll get there someday. We'll get there.
Yeah, okay. I shan't hold my breath.
No, don't. But yeah, everything's good on my part. I can't complain right now. I hope it keeps increasing the sales. It should be increasing. And this is a one time eBay is actually getting better for the holiday season. We might have our best eBay this year. Yeah, we'll see.
Hello, Adrian.
Awesome. Adrian, how are you doing? I don't know how to even pronounce that, but cool CV Gruel is in the house. Cover Rule instead of Cover Girl. Cover Gruel.
There you are.
All right, cool. Cover Girls in the house.
They everything all up over here, didn't they? Holy mackerel, they screwed everything up.
Can I say Dandy Dick Slayer or Delightful Dick Slayer?
Sure.
You pick the one, Dick Slayer. You like Dandy or Delightful or,
Yeah, they really did screw everything up this week, haven't they? So the good news, I am out of Amazon jail for a short period of time. I'm on parole.
Well, good stuff.
I've got a monitoring bracelet and everything going on, an anklet. So we'll see how that all works out. I'm up to 4% buy box. And that's how I can tell I'm out of jail. I'm at 0% when I'm in jail. I'm up to 4%. Okay. Sales definitely have increased. So there's no doubt at all about that. Okay. When I was humming along, I was doing 35 sales to 40 sales a week. Mm-hmm. When I'm in jail, I do 7 to 10 a week.
It's terrible. So, I hope I never get that.
20%.
Now let me ask you a question. What was your that number rating they give you? What was that at when they did that to you? Or what has it been at roughly?
It stays the same. It was 212, 208, 212.
And they don't want you below 200.
Right.
I think that's it. Luckily, somehow, with the listings we have, and my one computer guy's been keeping the violations current and fixed, but we're like almost 600. Yep. And that's crazy for a big. I think it's crazy for a big. So, cool. Carl's in the house. How's it going? All right. Okay.
Absolutely. That is the rumor. Thank goodness I'm not going anywhere.
It was 60 degrees today, and now it's going to snow tomorrow.
It's going to snow, yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
Lake effect snow and everything. Yep. Right. Yep, absolutely.
Shocking.
So, when you get put in Amazon jail, it's no joke. You do about 20% of your sales. It's terrible. Terrible. I did go up to 4.8 from a 4.6. That's because I got a positive. And that's where it's kind of flawed, is because so few people leave positives on Amazon.
Right. What's your rating number?
What do you mean?
Well, what's your positive, your feedback or whatever number? Like what percentage?
Oh, it went way down. It was like 93% because of that one negative or something like that.
It's actually not that low for Amazon, honestly. I think we're at like 90. 96 is our solid average over 20 years. So it ranges from 95 to 97. So I hope I don't ever get that low. It'd be very hard. We'd have to get a lot of negatives or sell a lot less items. So I think we're good for a while.
And then Etsy was on fire. We did 7 items in 16 hours.
Holy cow. Which
was the best I ever had. There was which I mentioned on a prior show 2 weeks ago when we had Sturt on the show. There was a Cyber 25 special. You give 25% off. I did that. I got 7 items in.
What do you normally sell overall? Magazines on there or books or?
Books, magazines. Primarily. I sold a comic book during this period.
Is it like you list from scratch, like eBay, or is it Amazon? They have a database?
No, you list from scratch.
Yeah, I can't. It's not worth me having my employees do that, unfortunately.
No, like I said, I just list 2 items a day, and I'm happy. Overall on that, promoted 29 out of 58. So that is 50% promoted. Offers 168 over 273. Last week I had 275 offers. So that's pretty much the same traffic, I would say.
I forgot to do them one night. Usually I do them throughout the day, a couple times a day. And one night I forgot. And I was actually like 500 the next. It was almost 500 the next morning. So, and then guess what? Sent them out and sales went up.
Yep, absolutely. 292 2 years ago, or a year ago, 130, 159 back a couple of years. So definitely have improved. 3 items sold on million.dollar.peddlers, 2 on Viz-Views, both in the same day, which was kind of crazy. 2 items on Biblio. Wow. What the heck is going on there? And 15 items on Etsy. And 1 item on A-Books.
What was the value of the items on Biblio?
One was a $7 book and one was a $5 book, plus shipping. And 1 item on A-Books, it was like a $40 item.
So hypothetically speaking, you had some random book.
Yep.
And it's on Amazon and Biblio. It would probably sell faster on Amazon or no? Because it's more competitive, or what would
it would be less money on Amazon, probably one of those penny books back in the day on Amazon.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, just
yep.
Curious. Cool.
Yep. How about any buys? You been buying anything? Tough time of year to buy.
I've been buying more stuff out of the state. I mean, people shipping me stuff almost every day. I got packages coming in. Locally, some guy brought in like 4 helmets I bought from him. I bought a couple.
What kind of helmets?
Football helmets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, I was thinking Star Wars potentially.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. But, I bought a couple today. Minnesota Twins World Series baseballs. I guess the guy's father knew the manager at the time or something like that. But neither had Kirby Puckett on there, which I thought was kind of weird. I didn't give him as much money as he thought he was going to get, but I said,
"Oh, if they don't Kirby,
yeah, no certificate. Signatures are light in some spots, and no Kirby." I go, "You're definitely not going to get what you see on eBay. These crazy prices." So, but as far as buying much, I did pick up pretty good from my book guy. I think I told you the Stephen King's Frankenstein limited edition, signed by him and Bernie Wrightson,
wow,
which is probably like close to $2,500. So that was kind of cool piece. We just added on eBay today.
Wow.
Other than that, just a lot of out-of-state purchases we're making. So, and I love that I don't have to. I love Aaron to death, but these aren't big enough deals to pay him to go out there to get them. They're $500 to $5,000 deals. So, is what it is. But I can't complain right now. Buying good stuff, good prices. So.
Well, I set a record, Mr. Magazine.
You bought nothing.
No, I did that last week. I bought nothing. I went to 3 estate sales on Friday.
Wow.
And I bought nothing at any of the 3 estate
Holy
sales.
Cow.
It was just kind of one of those things. Like one of the estate sales had some sports stuff in there, programs and yearbooks, $15 a piece.
Whew.
Yeah. Now,
I mean, some are worth that if they're older, 40s, 50s, 60s.
They were 60s pirates and things like that.
Oh,
yeah. Could I make money? Probably. Would I make enough to make worth my time? Well, no. And they had like a Ralph Kiner collectible glass.
Okay.
$4 on it.
That might be
$20
okay.
to $25 glass.
Yeah. But then you're dealing with glass, and you can like when I buy that stuff, I pay pennies on the dollar because there's probably a 25% chance of getting broken.
Yep, absolutely. That's why I passed by that. Well, there you are. You're all smurfed up. 100 Thai Beanie Babies for $11.
Man, if someone came in, I mean, no offense, I've never liked Beanie Babies, never dealt with them. I missed the boat. Yeah, if they have the tags, I mean, I would only buy them because I know they're on Amazon for more than they're worth really. So that's the only way I would buy them. Yeah,
there you are. This is a new thing for eBay Manage Active Listeners. Say low ad rate, increase ad rate to stay competitive. Big button, increase ad rate. Suddenly 25% of my items.
Jeez.
Well, and I mentioned last week on the show, I had the thing from Mexico, New York, that they're telling me to do 16% ad rate. And I'm going, no, not for something from Mexico, New York. You don't need need anything from Mexico, New York. You don't need anything on that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I ended up going Sunday over to a estate sale and ended up spending $156, I believe it was over there. But old stuff. If you are behind the paywall, if you're not, I don't know what you're doing in life. But if you are behind the paywall, I did do a haul video of the stuff that I picked up there. It was a lot of stuff, 1840s, 1850s, all 1800 stuff primarily.
And I'm on the paywall now. So how much is it a month?
It's $6.99 a month.
So it's like $3.50 a person now. Like $7 for him is kind of a ripoff, but now that I'm involved, $3.50 a person. It's a bargain, right? It's almost like a Black Friday sale without being Black Friday.
That is true. That is true. And
sure.
But I ended up putting the video over there, which the only thing that was weird, and I mentioned this over behind the paywall as well, is I was looking at some books and one of the ladies who worked there was hovering. I guess she was afraid I was going to take, because they had priced books on top of the piano. And all around it were non-priced books.
Yeah.
I think she was afraid I was going to try taking one of the priced books and then not telling the cashier it was priced, who then wouldn't look, and then I'd end up getting it cheap.
Yeah.
So she was hovering. Did you take any books from the piano? Do you have any books from the piano? I'm like, yeah. I want to put them in the other room. She put them in the other room. She put them in the general sales table. She didn't even put them aside on a sold thing. Because I walk in, I go, I got to get my books.
Yeah.
Oh, there's all these other things around my books. Are these things sold? No. So she literally took my 2 books and put them on a table in the other room for anybody to buy.
People scanning, doing the scan jobbers?
They were not at this because these were 1847 stuff. There, good luck to them on that.
Do you have a rambling story?
No, I do not.
Okay, remind me about comic buyers today. Go
All
ahead.
right. So I ended up buying the stuff over there, $156. It all got listed though, and that's the key.
Wow, well, that is the key. That's huge.
That is huge. And then Sunday, I got a call, and Monday morning, lady shows up at my house. You may remember her, Mr. Magazine. She brought books by a friend of mine, sent her over a couple of weeks ago, and I bought the Gustave Doré hardcover book that I showed on here.
Okay.
From her. He had told me pay $20 for everything, and she goes, well, somebody offered me $50 already without even seeing the books. And I go, I'll match the 50.
Yeah.
And I sold the Gustave Doré book at Allentown for $100. So doubled my money on that one book. So I was happy about that. Well, she called me back, and that's why you buy things from people, because then they call you back.
Exactly.
And she ended up selling me a bunch of stuff, $50, a lot of stamps, which I don't really want, but they're all in little envelopes by country.
Oh, that's kind of
so
cool.
I think I'm going to eventually
do a Whatnot
stamp auction. Might as well. I don't know. Don't have a lot into it, so we'll move it on out that way. Glitch of the week, Sirius XM. Thursday morning, I log in as I always do. It tells me you don't have a plan to support streaming. I go, I have the same plan I had yesterday. So then I have to log into my account.
What else is there if you can't stream?
Well, the car.
Oh,
but the car ones come automatically with streaming.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So I go to log in. I click through my account. It's got my name right there, all my cars on it.
Yeah.
So I click. It goes, type in your user ID so we can help find your account. I go, it was right there on the other page. It was right there on the other page. And of course, Mrs. Papergo is trying to talk to me at this moment.
Yeah. Is this a person or automated?
No, it was all right on the computer.
Oh, okay.
Right on the computer. So I'm like, what the? So I ended up refreshing the page, and it worked. And I go, I don't know what's going on. Happened the next day, but I knew to refresh right from square one. That ended up working out, but that was really, really annoying anyway.
You have my Amazon on there for a glitch?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I use a repricer on Amazon. We started, I think, in June. I had one years ago, and after a while, it kind of, what is it? It
petered out.
Yeah, petered out. So then, it's really good at first, and then I think we had it for 3 years. So I'm like, hey, we got 300,000 listings now. Let's try it again. And my assistant manager is kind of running things. We use a new company, and pretty reasonable. And we've been doing great. We're the lowest. We have 300,000 items, all lowest on Amazon, and all free shipping. So you really, if you want anything like that we have, you're going to buy it from us for the most part. Well, about a week ago, my other manager was printing orders on Amazon, and we started selling these expensive Sideshow and Hot Toys Star Wars dolls, the 12-inch dolls, anywhere from $200 to $400 or $500. Well, we've been selling, one a day maybe, for $200 to $400 or $500. Well, we sold 3 or 4 about a week ago, and the prices were like $20 to $50 each.
Oh,
he's like, something is not right, So he printed them. We talked about it. I go, I don't know what's going on. So we canceled the orders because obviously I paid way more than that. And there's no way I'm going to sell them for that. Something's going on. So we found out later on that there was some glitch because we use this max something, whoever set it up, my assistant manager, it's called max pricing. So if it's $500 and Amazon, and it's the only one out there, Amazon thinks it's a potential pricing error where they're going to kill the listing.
Yeah.
So now this thing lowers it. Well, for some reason, it's only supposed to lower it a little bit. Well, it kept lowering certain listings until it got down to a price that they thought it was a 3-inch figure, and they lowered it to like $10-$20. And who knows what else they did this with. So far, we just caught that. So I guess it was a 2-day glitch. It should be fixed now. But then I'm finding other books that were $50 to $100 going for $20 to $30. Those I sent out because it wasn't as big of a deal, and I didn't pay a lot for them. But hopefully it's all in. The company doesn't know what the heck happened. They can't even explain. They blamed it on Amazon. Amazon blamed it on them. Regardless, I think it's fixed now, and it shouldn't happen again. We don't know how it happened or why, but we took the maximum thing off. I told my guy, I said, I'd rather have a pricing error,
yes,
and you can't sell it, than let's just try to, have it go lower and lower and lower. That's crazy. So,
no, absolutely.
Yeah, I go, especially with, Black Friday coming and Cyber Monday. Now we got to be very vigilant on is this item really $50 or could it be $500 and it's lowered? So,
right. Wow. Glitch, my Etsy account got suspended because I thought I was on auto billing and I wasn't. I owed them over $100. Oh,
jeez, holy cow!
You're listing a lot of stuff over there too. Holy
wow.
man, 20 cents. Wow,
jeez,
that's a lot of stuff you're listing.
Definitely, yeah. Holy cow!
Yeah, well, funny how that works. Funny how that works.
Wow, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So a couple of other glitches. Random neighborhood kid is a glitch as well, but that's a whole nother story. So I talked to him today, and I plan on selling on DibDit in the new year. DibDit does not support Android. They do not have an Android app.
Good for me.
So I need to use an Apple product. Well, I do have an iPad that I gave him a while ago, and he said, "Oh, I'll give you back the iPad. You can use it." Because I was looking at buying an iPad Mac Mini, or I don't know, some. He goes, "No,
I have a Mini and a Max. I think I have an extra old iPhone Alicia was using. So if you need anything like that, I got it."
Well, he's got the one he's going to bring me back, and I said, "That's great." I said, "I don't want to hold it the entire show. I need some kind of a stand to hold it up in." He goes, "Oh yeah, no problem." I said, "Well, you got the item. Why don't you order it for me?
Yeah,
and I'll catch up with you."
Sure.
Okay. So I asked him today, I go, "Have you ordered that yet?" He goes, "You want to do the shows next year?" Yeah. I'd like to prep the shows in advance and hype them on the channel and let people pre-bid. Pre-bids are always welcome. And, do that. He goes, "Oh." I said, "You need to take a marketing class."
Well, I think you can get a good deal Friday. You're not going to get them cheaper than Friday or Monday. So there you have it.
Oh, for renewals. Okay. Yeah. 1,300 listings. All right. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You're about the same number of items as I have over there, Don. I got about 1,300 as well at this point. So, yeah. So hopefully he actually orders me the thing so I can get the auctions up in advance. And of course, this one I thought was interesting. When you go to eBay on your the seller hub, it says your 90-day sales up at the top along the ribbon along the top.
Mm-hmm.
That number is different than the number down below on the dashboard. They're two different numbers, but they both say 90-day sales.
Are they far apart or are they close?
No, they're fairly close, but still, how are they not the same number? How are they pulling 90?
Different time slots? I mean, I don't know.
But why would they be pulling different numbers?
No, I agree.
It says 90-day sales.
And good luck. You should call them and see why. Good luck with that one.
You should use the same programming to pull 90-day sales here as you do here. It's 90 days. Just saying.
What if one's like 89 and a half?
Yeah,
they just round it up.
They probably have a different time, and one is current and one is 90 days as of this morning. It's probably what it is, but why?
Right.
Why? And Mags, the cat, decided to did knock over my water again this week.
Thank God. That was a nightmare when I put the orders down and it wasn't completely dry and all the orders got wet on the bottom. But go ahead.
So for whatever reason, even though Mags has running water into the water dish over in the room, decides that it likes to drink my water out of my glass. And because it's a tall glass like this, starts pulling the glass down to get its face down in there and then spills the water over the place and then just looks at me and runs away. Gotta love it. Cats.
Well, that's what I do with my dog, and he started drinking out of my cup, so I gave him his own cup, and it's in the cup holder when we watch TV. So where his bowl is, I put the cup there, and he prefers that over the bowl.
Well, maybe I'll do that for Mags.
Yeah.
Some site changes. eBay has done a spot there. I don't know if your listeners have told you this or not. There's a spot there where you can add your cost. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, you can add your costs now. Now, they had done it a while ago, and then they had screwed it up because they had automatically filled in costs for people.
Like if I bought a book for $2, I'm selling for $20.
You could write $2 in.
Yeah, my employees wouldn't know that. Then they'd really think I'm really rich, like because they don't factor expenses in. So it wouldn't be a good idea.
Well, the question people have is, can they data mine that for some reason? Now, they might not be able to, or might not care to do it on old books.
Right.
But if you're selling things like K-cups or something like that, could they be data mining that? Who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
So what I'm planning on doing is, like, on a playbill, I paid $350 on it, and I'm going to be selling it for $20. So they'll think I'm the world's worst businessman. Screw with them a little bit. Why not?
No, my employee would be like, "Oh my God, he bought this magazine for $2, it sold for $200. Oh my God, I want to raise." Like that's the stuff I'd have to deal with. And who's gonna who knows what I paid for everything?
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, it makes sense for some people. It doesn't make sense for our business model.
Yeah.
Item of the week. So I was at that old estate sale, and I picked something or other up. Hamilton College Songbook.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's right. Hamilton College Songbook.
I heard that's a pretty good school.
And I have heard it as well. Do you know anybody that goes there?
No. Nope, I do not. No shot. Sorry.
1953 over here. You got all the songs of Hamilton. Let us sing. Gather close, ye boys and men, and we'll sing the praises again of the college on the hilltop.
Bring up Homer and Jethro. I'd rather hear Homer and Jethro, obviously.
And there you are, Mr. Magazine.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
My
son will love this.
There you go. You can sing the songs to him.
He may change his major now.
into singing.
Yeah, it's super.
So, but yeah, that was a neat thing over there. And again, I saw that over there. So I said, hey, I know Mr. Magazine would appreciate that. Hey, we definitely want to thank Vintage Views for being on last week. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Great guest. We're going to have him on again in the new year. And December 10th, we're going to have Mr. Buys a lot on.
Ooh,
so looking
nice.
forward to that as well. Next week, Mr. Magazine will be doing an eating challenge until he figures out a reason to not do it. Insulting offer of the week, Mr. Magazine didn't send me any.
Really? What the hell's wrong with me? I think my internet was down when I was sending it to you.
How long do you have?
Wow. I told you sales were so good.
I was selling a 1920 Buckeye brass catalog, $52.25. Now, I got an offer from a guy, and his name was something like Cool Things. It wasn't Cool Things, but it was something like that, awesome thing, or whatever. Yeah. He made me an offer of $15.
It's not so cool.
I responded back to him, this is a cool thing. It's worth way more than that. And I countered him at 40.
Yeah.
He comes back at 20. I said, I don't have time for nonsense. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And I banned him. So he's been hammered.
Can I chime in about offers? I have one thing to say about them. So we have these Polaroids by adult stars signed. And, you know, they're from like clubs and stuff they were in. I bought a huge collection. I have thousands and thousands, and they're all signed. And this guy traveled all over the country. You know, most of them are clothes or whatever. Yeah, right. And you can put them on eBay. And other comps, you know, usually 25 to 30 for unsigned ones. And these are by famous stars. So like we're putting $50, $60 on these things. Some guy made an offer of, I think he wanted 6 or 7 of them. You know,
$5 each.
No, $30, which isn't bad. Here's the problem why I didn't take it. I don't like setting precedents for things. So, you know, like now if I sell them to him for 30 and other people see that in the solds, or he's always going to want them for 30. And these are one of a kind items. And so I countered back at 40. He didn't take it, but that's, you know, they were fair offers and I could have made a couple $100, but I'm like, you know, I have to stand firm sometimes on certain things because I don't want to give them away. And not that it's giving them away, but you're setting a precedent. So that's a lot of times on something that's close to fair. I don't want to go there. Even with signed photos, sometimes if I got one for 30 and they offer for 20, I'm like, that's really a third. 25 I'll take, you know, so just to throw that out there for offers.
There you go. 1970s playbills and 3 red albums. You're not going to selling as full binders or singles. If you do the long tail, sell them as singles. They're going to sell slowly, but you'll obviously get a lot more money out of them. And what are the odds that somebody wants those particular playbills that are in there? So
True.
You're going to get $2-3 a piece if you sell them in a lot on eBay. It's just what you're going to get. You can get $15 to $20 a piece over time selling them individually. So if you're set up to store them, and they are only playbills, if you're set up to store them, I would sell them individually. If you need to move them out because of storage or because of money, you can get $2-3 a piece over on eBay, just to let you know. Yep, there you go. Don said it much more succinctly than I did, which I tend to ramble at times. Countdown to Brimfield, don't know. We're on Thanksgiving Eve, my friends. Let's just worry about Thanksgiving, shall we? Hopefully you got great plans tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. When Aunt Matilda starts going on about things, just kind of block her out. That'd be the best thing to do and go, we do what Mr. Magazine is absolutely, he does not have a lot of skills, but one skill that he absolutely does have is to handsome Dan people. Where you just sit there and go, and that of course
I know.
That of course comes from the Mike Myers movie, Wayne and Garth, whatever that movie was. It comes from that where he just sits there and shakes his head and I could say anything right now. And I know, that's great. Time for the Confucius joke of the week.
Now they've been getting more bearable, so let's stick with that.
All right, this one will be moderately bearable. This is a dumb one. This is a really dumb one, but you're going to laugh, but you're going to see it coming. You'll see it coming down 54th Street with the on a taxi cab with the doors open.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow. I can't believe they're. Oh, well, okay. You're up in Canada. Okay. Your Thanksgiving was Columbus Day. That's right. I remember now. Confucius. I got caught speeding, and the judge said I'd either get 10 days or $10. Friend, what did you say? Confucius. I said I'd take the money. Wow. Nice.
Exactly.
Mr. Magazine like that
That's a
one.
good one, yeah.
Either get $10 or 10 days. Take the money. Customer issues. We didn't have a lot of them this week, but do you remember, Mr. Magazine, last week, the gentleman said, the back cover on this item is all torn.
Yeah.
And I said, I noted that in my description.
Yeah.
In my thing. Oddly, they didn't say I was right, and they still made the return. I'm going to show you this, Mr. Magazine. Now, this is the front cover.
Yep.
Nice looking front cover. Now, the back cover of this, according to the person that returned it, is all torn up.
Okay.
You close your eyes for a second. I'm going to show the crowd. All right, Mr. Magazine. It is all torn up. Are you ready?
Just that spot.
Exactly. Just that spot right over there. And the person went ballistic on me and had to return it because it's terrible condition, all torn up in the back
What
cover.
did he pay for it?
A lot less than he should have.
It's old and it's a back cover. Can you not really live with that in your collection?
Apparently not.
Okay, how old is it? Hold on. How old is it, and how much was it roughly?
1934, $20.
Okay, 90 years old, $20, and like that's bothering you in your collection. What do you think? It's not like it's an investment thing. Like this is going to be worth $100.
Right.
It's 90 years old and it's $20. Man,
Yeah. And again, he
really
completely blasted me that I did not tell about this damage, and it looks so nice in the front. How dare I? And I'm like, I did note it.
He's blocked, I'm assuming.
Yes,
yeah. I wouldn't stand for that.
Absolutely. But I wanted, because I got the return back today, so I'm like, all right, I got to see how bad this is. Maybe I go, that's it.
Remember when you emailed him and said, "Homie, don't play this"?
I do remember that. Yeah, and I smacked him in the head with the sock.
Yeah, good times.
It's amazing. Mr. Magazine had somebody reach out to him on Amazon. Now, Dawn, you're going to appreciate this. Dawn always appreciates my snarkiness. I can be snarky at times. I will admit, just a tiny bit of snarkiness at times. Try to hold it back, but time to time it comes out. So Mr. Magazine had somebody email him on Amazon about a different magazine that he had up. You are asking 30, like I asked multiple times over the last 6 months. It's been listed. I'll give you 20. It has a story about my dead brother in it. Okay. Then he responded again. Finally, you have not addressed my questions. Keep it. So this magazine, Mr. Magazine, is asking 30 on. It has an article about the guy's dead brother in it.
I think I did respond, and I usually respond somewhere in there. And I said,
"Yeah, you did say
free shipping.
Lowest on,
I'm the lowest with free
eBay
shipping.
with free shipping." Yep, absolutely. I responded back from Mr. Magazine. Good luck in your search for a cheaper one to pay tribute and homage to your beloved deceased brother. That's snarky. I will admit that's snarky. But really, dude? Really?
Like $10 or make or break,
the beloved brother. Yes, absolutely. And it's the only one on Amazon, or it's the cheapest one on Amazon. And it's
he
been
could be
6
lying
months.
and didn't have a dead brother just to get a deal. He could have thrown that story out there.
He could have. Well, then he probably is chuckling along with you about the thing. So I got a letter from somebody, and I always love reading these letters on there. I sent an item out to a gentleman, and I got a letter in return.
All right.
Dear Mr. Say my last name, which I guess is public record. Thank you for the excellent copy of the Theater Arts magazine, which arrived on the promised date. It is in perfect mint condition, which that's really special because it wasn't when I sent it out.
Good. Perfect to him.
I was not able to make the feedback tab on eBay work, but I wanted to thank you for your prompt and professional service. I look forward to doing business with you in the future.
That's awesome.
And definitely do appreciate things like that. And I did check the gentleman's name out who sent it to me. He works in New York City. He is in New York City, and he works with theatrical productions.
Cool.
So that's wonderful. with any luck, he will mention when somebody or other from the, what do they call the people that buy the props department?
Yeah.
Oh, we need this. Hey, you should check this guy out on eBay, because I know before I've sold many things to props department, so that would be absolutely wonderful as well.
Did I mention we sold something on the Jimmy Kimmel show about a month ago?
You did not mention it on air.
I
No,
forgot, but now you mentioned it. Yeah, we did. Surprising.
There you
It
are.
was a magazine or something. Yeah.
There you are. Interesting other things. My November Etsy has beaten last November with a few days left, so that is good. A little bit of growth. 2 weeks ago, eBay has beat 2024. So I've done more sales on eBay this year than I did last year.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, Amazon, I just checked. We are already 10% over what we did last year, the whole year, and we still got 5 weeks left. And our biggest month is coming up. So,
and Amazon is killing me. It is the only site that is down from last year of any significance. But that's because I've spent many months in jail. Luckily, they give me work release for a little bit. Did you hear about the Portrait of Elizabeth Lederer by Gustav Klimt?
I don't know. You said Gustav a couple times today. I don't know what, no, I'm going to say no.
It's a 6-foot tall painting sold for $236.4 million. Second most expensive piece of art ever. Wow. Here was the part that got me. I can't remember.
How old is it?
1915-ish.
Oh, it's not even like.
About 100 years, 110 years old. Yeah.
Jeez.
Here was I can't remember if it was Sotheby's or Christie's. One of those did it. Okay. Get this, Mr. Magazine.
Okay.
20-minute auction.
Really?
Yeah.
People were flying in for this too. I mean, I'm sure.
But 20 minutes.
Yes, it's crazy.
Because, they do those and they start them and it's like, most of them last what? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 20 minutes.
Would they start at like 100,000?
I know, $1.
Yeah, but
even
if they were going back and forth by a million, there's still a few 5 minutes maybe. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, I could not believe the 20-minute part of it. That was the crazy part.
Holy cow.
Oh, sorry about that,
yeah,
Don.
Not good.
Sorry about that.
Oh. Okay, very good.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm worried about tax season. I think we're up on both adult sites. We're up on our sales, and we added the new adult site. Whatnot, we're down. So eBay, we're down, but we'll see what happens.
The most expensive comic sold, Superman #1 for $9.12 million. Graded 9.0, except I did have the Heritage catalog over here. Mr. Magazine took one look at it and goes, that's not a 9.0.
Yeah.
It's got a dust shadow on it. I don't believe it's a 9.0 either. They did give it that. It was found in an attic. Now, the family knew what it was. I don't know, did you hear the whole backstory, Mr. Magazine?
I saw it in a box, though, like ungraded or somebody took a picture. It was in some box.
And welcome in, Jackie Jacks. Thank you for being a member. Oh, by the way, we shot 2 member videos that'll be going up first thing tomorrow. So if you're behind the paywall, you got 2 videos going up tomorrow morning. Just
hold on one second on that. Getting back to that painting, what was the buyer's premium?
10%, I think. Yeah.
20-something million. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The mother had apparently told her kids, I got some valuable comics. She had 6 comics upstairs. They did not say what the other 5 were.
Wow.
But she told the family, I've got valuable comics upstairs. They are valuable. She passed. They found them. They didn't do any of them because she had said they were valuable. Yeah. They ended up bringing them to Heritage. And turns out, unlike a lot of people who tell their kids these things are valuable, she actually was telling the truth, I would say.
Exactly.
I would say she was telling the truth
crazy.
On that over there. I don't know how deeply we want to go into this over here because we're not really a channel that does this kind of thing. But Probstein, we mentioned a couple of weeks ago, was starting his own website called Snipe. Is that right?
Snipe, yeah.
Yeah, Snipe. And he was leaving eBay. He was a huge seller over on eBay.
$1 billion in sales, right, over his eBay career.
Yep. And he was starting his own website. Well, apparently his website had a complete meltdown, but that's not the worst of it. It exposed personal information, including credit card numbers, names, and addresses of bidders and phone numbers and all that of bidders. And it also apparently, it appears as though there was a bit of shill bidding going on. Now, there's always been questions about whether he left eBay on his own or got kicked off because of shill bidding or not. We don't know. Nobody knows, obviously, on that. But now he's going to, if everything is true, he is going to be in trouble, period, end of story, because of the data breach. especially because some of this was overseas with Europe and all that. And they have some pretty hefty privacy laws over there. And when you expose people's credit card numbers and their personal identification, you are in some trouble for that. So he's going to be in some level of trouble for that alone.
It's got to be a fine though, because you didn't intentionally mean to do that. I mean, if it's a huge mistake, but like, could you get jail? I mean, I guess you could get jail time, but I would be thinking like,
well, it probably
a big
depends.
fine,
Probably depends on what the reason was. Was it negligence? And it was absolute negligence. You might be able to get it.
Right.
Might be able to get jail time. Versus, somebody hacked it. It's a different story if somebody hacked it, and a different story if you just did a terrible job on it.
Yeah, but can it fall on the computer, whatever company you use to set that all up? I mean, I guess he can try and sue them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, allegedly, according to Sports Card Radio, they did a whole thing yesterday, a 2-hour show about it. Apparently, he was advertising 3 months ago or thereabouts on Fiverr for somebody to set up his website for him, and he wasn't even offering very good money, allegedly. So he had it done on the cheap, and we see what happened. But he apparently was doing shill bidding and the like. Now there's rumors he's going to be going back to eBay. My question
I saw that,
is why would eBay have him back? Reputation, though. Reputation. Yeah. If you're going to allow somebody back on who it's alleged, and again, I understand innocent until proven guilty. I understand all of that. But there are allegations out there that seem to have something behind them that he was involved in shill bidding.
Well, he left eBay because they might have kicked him off. So if they're thinking of kicking him off and he leaves, why would you take him back? I get it, but the almighty buck, you never know.
Yeah, that's tough though. That's tough. Yeah, absolutely. I understand. And we're going to talk about that a little later as well. Exactly. The eBay programmers, they're not much better than that, but what are you going to do? So that should be interesting, a story I'm watching. Have you ever gone to Sierra, Mr. Magazine?
Nope.
Do you know what Sierra is?
Sierra Leone.
Sierra is a store.
Okay.
It's in the Marshall's TJ Maxx family.
No.
It sells more outdoor things and things like that.
Okay.
It is on Jefferson Road. They are not a sponsor, but should they wish to be. We went there on last Friday, at 1:40 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Huge line to check out at 1:40 on a Friday.
It's like Boscov's.
We went to Walmart, except this place has been open a while.
Yeah.
We went to Walmart yesterday at 11 o'clock in the morning, 11:15 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That was crowded.
Wow.
I'm thinking this bodes well for the holiday season, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really do. A lot of people seem to be out there. And then we drove, in my chauffeuring, driving Mr. Crazy around today. In my chauffeuring, we drove by a Wegmans, which is a local grocery store. I have never seen so many cars in a parking lot as this Wegmans. Now, granted, they might not be open tomorrow. But this was at 3:30, 3:15 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah,
so many people shopping. So many people. Who was the other one? There was another one that did too. Yes, there was. I can't think of the name right now. I don't want to say any bad names, but yeah, absolutely. So I think it's going to be a tremendous holiday season. The stores, the brick and mortar seem to be doing really, really well. And I know a lot of people shop online as well. Shameless plug here. Remember, we do have a link below every one of our videos. If you are shopping on Amazon, just click on the link. Doesn't matter what item we're shilling over there. Click on the link, buy what you're going to buy on Amazon. It'll help the channel out. Would really appreciate that. And shameless plug. I definitely want to thank the subscriber that sent us out the Christmas card. They're way ahead of things sending us the Christmas card. Thank you. We definitely do appreciate that as well. And we were talking there about Trash to Cash podcast right there. Dawn was mentioning. I do watch that. I do watch Commonwealth Picker. I do want to say my hat's off to Kevin Commonwealth Picker. There's a troll out there who's making videos trying to make a name for himself, basically saying that all resellers, that we're all stupid and that eBay is the sandbox, but we made it the sand trap, and that we're not going to make any money doing it the way we do it, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, there's a better way to do it, and it's to source items from China and replenishables on Amazon. And darn it, luckily for everybody, he has a course, and he will, for $75, I believe it is, don't quote me on that, he will help you out. So that's darn lucky that he's willing to do that.
Hold on, look at this. So everyone that's selling collectibles on eBay, we all have to stop and all buy the same things overseas.
Well, we have to do our research and buy our things overseas and send them in, because
like a drop shipping or
no. He uses the example of yoga mats. So he found yoga mats, and he's number 5 on yoga mats or whatever it is. So we sit there and we all look and, cat litter boxes with this. Oh, this is what are we going to sell? And now we get them all manufactured in China, sent over, and we sell 1,000 units a month over on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because it's scalable and you only need 3-4 items in order to really make the money. That's his theory. And we're all stuck here not making any money, any real money. We don't know what we're doing, is his theory. So he did a video.
But even if I could make the same doing that I'm making now, this is fun. That's not fun.
Well, he's going to,
unless you just want the money. If I'm going to make
he's going to say
more
to you,
money,
you're not arguing, because people have made an argument to him. He's going to say, it's scalable to a certain point, but you need to move on in order to accomplish anything. And we're stuck in this sand trap. He did say that on that over there. So he made a hit video about Commonwealth Picker, about a couple of things Commonwealth Picker said. And my hat's off to Kevin. Kevin did not take the bait. They were over on the Trash to Cash podcast, and they talked about it momentarily at the beginning of the show. They made fun of Kevin a couple of times during the show. Kevin made fun of himself a couple of times during the show, and that was it. My hat's off, because you tend to get defensive when somebody attacks your business plan. And Kevin was a man about it, and I don't know if I could be that big of a man, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think I would have gotten defensive, and I think I would have represented myself. And Kevin just, I don't want to talk about it, and just moved on. My hat's off to him. I gained a lot of respect for him, because I don't think I could have done that. Right. So people that know, and people that don't know, don't bother wasting your time. This guy's just trying to get clicks, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
But again, hats off to Commonwealth Picker. I could not have done that. Updates and follow-ups. A couple of things over here. One of the subscribers, we were talking last week about my idea to do the piano rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Rhino is doing reel-to-reel tapes right now.
Wow.
And they're like $150 for a reel-to-reel tape.
Wow.
Of course, all packaged up and all that stuff.
Right.
And nobody's, see, Jackie Jack? Yeah, you can always watch on a replay. But yeah, so Rhino is doing that as well. Oh, do you remember last week, Mr. Magazine? I talked about the local grocery store, not local to here, but the downstate grocery store Price Chopper.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going to give you 2 cents for every penny that you brought in a business, in a certificate to be used there.
Yeah,
gift certificate.
How's that going?
It was only one day.
Okay.
They collected $200,000 in pennies. Let that sink in.
This is a chain, though.
Yeah.
Okay. And you had to give them.
If you gave, it was a minimum of $1 you could give
Okay.
them. But if you gave them a penny, they'd give you a 2-cent gift certificate, with the minimum being $1 and maximum
So
being $100.
they had to give out $200,000.
No, they had to give out $400,000.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But they got $200,000 worth of pennies. Do you realize how many pennies that is?
Well, what about the work involved? You got to bag them. You can bring. I mean, I would think the bank's going to count them for you. They're not going to have counting machines. So yeah, but a lot of time and money.
And 2 zeros at the end of that. That's 20 million pennies.
Yeah. That's a lot of pennies.
That's a lot of pennies that they took in.
But did they prepare for that? Like, do they have the bank bags, those big plastic bank bags?
I think they're going to be using themselves for their own change in the future. Because the banks don't have that.
Well, what if they're just hoarding them? So when pennies were worth 5 cents, and
then they'll sell them out. Yeah. They'll sell them for.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly. It really wouldn't surprise me at all.
But that just amazed me. For one day, $200,000 in pennies came into their stores.
I wonder how much their sales increased.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, they did it as well.
Because if you're shopping at their competitor, you're going to go there at least for the one day.
Yeah, absolutely. So do want to thank Sturt from Finders Flippers podcast. He did no idea what that was. We'll figure that out.
Let me
after
guess,
the
a stack of books, maybe. I mean, what else could it be over there? It's all it is. If it was a lamp, it would have shattered.
No idea what just fell down there. We have poltergeists here.
Wait, did Random Neighborhood Kid forget his keys again?
Could be. Who knows? So he did suggest we go on the Get Thrifty podcast, and Get Thrifty did reach out to us, and we were all set up for Thursday, I think it was, last week.
Okay.
And Mr. Magazine came by. We all sat down. Some lady gets on, and she's being very nice, but not really getting to the point. Very, how are you doing? Here's our show. Here's this, here's that. And we're like, okay. She goes, okay, we're here for the pre-interview. I'm like, what? So they actually do a pre-interview on that show. Told us some about the show, told us about the company. We had to send them over a headshots and a biography. And we're going to be on the show. When is it? I know they do record it, but we're on the show mid-December. Did I write the date down? I did not.
You gave her a headshot?
We did send her headshots.
I hope it wasn't from like 4 years ago.
It probably was, but oh yeah, we can do that at some point, Mr. Hot Wheels. We definitely could do that at some point. Yeah. And
yeah,
exactly.
I think so.
So we sent the headshot over. We'll be over on their show as well. And then I want to thank Popeyes Postcards. He reached out to me and said, hey, there's a gentleman, New England Cajun Roots reseller, and that's Cajun with a K. I just appeared on his show. I told him about you guys. He's definitely interested in having you guys on his show. 70,000 subscribers. I have never heard of the gentleman. Nice. So I'm definitely going to check his shows out this weekend. He's actually going to have us on Monday. So stop by 4 p.m. Monday over at the New England Cajun Roots reseller. Should be a lot of fun over there. Did check his channel. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
I'm assuming this Monday, right?
Yes, this Monday. It's on your calendar. And we will have him on, I believe, December 17th, if I remember right. We will return the favor and have him on. Although I don't know. We're appearing on a show with 70,000 subscribers. He's appearing on our show. Love our subscribers, but we're a little bit lower than that, at least last time I checked. So, but great of him to do that as well. So it should be a lot of fun. And thank you, Popeyes, as well, for referring us. Head on into the main theme. It's going to be a short one over here. Just, we're just kind of hanging out, talking reselling. Tomorrow we have our video going up that we usually have, thanking everybody and just what we can be thankful for. I wanted to talk really quickly about that. We have so much to be thankful for. We live in the greatest country on earth. No disrespect to Canada. We do feel that way, of course. And I'm sure Canada feels they're the best as well. So, hopefully you have that pride in the country in which you live. Do we misstep from time to time? Yes, we most certainly do. Is there a lot going on? And Mr. Magazine even mentioned this in an earlier video we shot today. Is there a lot of divisiveness going on? Yes, there is. Avoid that. Ignore that. Be thankful for where we are. Be thankful that we are in a country where we can have that division. And you're saying, what are you talking about? There are many countries out there where if you do not agree with the status quo, you get disappeared. That does not happen here. Yeah. You have the right and the obligation, I would say, to speak out over here. But don't make that be your entire life. Focus on what's important. Focus on family. Be thankful for your family. Be thankful for the ability to sell the things that we do sell. Be thankful for all of that. And I'm very, very thankful. I'm very, very thankful as well that we did start the channel. I'm very thankful for all of you that show up week after week. Yep. And even the people that stop by once in a while. Hey, I definitely do appreciate you. We have a lot of fun doing it. I know Mr. Magazine said a while ago that he actually, one of those highlights of his week is Wednesday, spending Wednesdays with all of you, not with me, but with all of you.
True.
That it is one of the highlights of his week. So we definitely do want to thank you. I don't want to speak for Mr. Magazine. He probably doesn't care for you guys, but I want to thank you all for being here every single week and definitely do appreciate that. Go ahead, Mr. Magazine.
I mean, you covered everything. You couldn't give me anything to say. Jeez. You covered health, all of our followers. I mean, everything. What could I say? Stay positive. keep grinding away. I'm thankful for everything, health, family, God, all that jazz, and keep plugging away. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and love you guys. That's it.
And we'll keep doing this until I figure out how I can order sippy cups like this from China, in which case I'm blowing this popsicle stand, and we're going to be selling that because I've heard that's the way to riches.
Yeah.
Just $75. I can find out how to do that.
Emoji cups. Yep. Those are hot.
If I could put a fidget spinner on the side of this, I think I got a winner. Winner chicken dinner. People still say that, right? Maybe I'll have it say that along the top too. There we go. My road to riches.
I am happy for the laundromat. Yes. Well, I'm happy, but did I even tell that story?
Well, we can have a rambling story of the week.
All right, which one do I do now? We got the laundromat one.
We'll go with the laundromat.
Okay, so I probably told this years ago. There's been a homeless guy that comes in, and usually during the winter, he's always, doing drugs and drinking and stuff like that. And he almost, he wanted to fight me. He wanted to chase my sister around one time. We got to call 911. The cops come down. He leaves, and usually he'd come in the winter once or twice a week. And, but now we have the sign that we're open 24/7. So I think he realizes we're open all the time now. And it's not even that cold out. You're talking 40, 50 degrees, and he's been coming in every night between 2 and 4 o'clock and then 7 and 8 o'clock. And I'm there at 4 and I see him. So I got to call 911. And it was an everyday thing. And I said, what else can I do to the police? I go, customers don't want to come in and see him sleeping on the table. I don't want to lock the store up in the middle of the night because I have customers relying on being open those hours. They like to come when, it's quiet. They said, well, you got to write him up a ticket. They put him in the car, write him up a ticket. And then, if he comes back in, I can have him arrested. I go, I really don't want to do that, but he doesn't listen. I go, if he just goes in there and doesn't do drugs, doesn't smoke, doesn't bother people, doesn't ask for change and all that stuff, I wouldn't mind so much, but he's been doing this for years.
He's a distraction. Yeah.
So I said, let's just do it. And the cop really was reluctant because it's more work for them. It's like, 6 a.m. and she's got to write this up for the guy, and she wasn't real happy about it. I go, I have no other options, So we did it. And, he has not been back in over a week. I'm happy. It's sad that he's a homeless person, but, apparently all the cans that he collects goes to drugs and alcohol. Unfortunately it is what it is. But, again, I work too hard to
lose your business,
to lose
a lot of business because of that.
Yeah.
All right. Let me tell a quick addition to that rambling story. True story. So I went into Mr. Magazine's, as I always do, Sunday night / Monday morning. I opened the back door, walk into the laundromat. He is sitting there. Now, I didn't know who he was at the time. And there were a bunch of people around and everything. And I'm like, all right, I'll clean up the laundromat later. I usually clean the laundromat up. There were a lot of people there. So I left when Mr. Magazine, came over there. I went over and cleaned the laundromat up at that point. He said, oh, that is the gentleman that's given problems before. We had that gentleman leave and everything like that. And I walked around cleaning the laundromat. And right there on the floor, I found 27 cents. And I was happy to pick that up. And then I stepped back and said, there was a gentleman in here who has no visible means of support, and he doesn't want to pick up this 27 cents. And here I am excited about picking it up.
I tell you, we were concerned about throwing our back out. Like with my luck, I'm picking it up, and I'm like, all of a sudden, and then I got to go to chiropractor, the acupuncture, my primary physician. It's not worth it.
I'll continue to pick up 27 cents. And by the way, here in the United States, found money is liable for reporting on the income tax. So I have an other income of 27 cents this year, and I'll make sure that I report that. I will not report it.
You should take the 2 pennies and fly down to that grocery store and hand it in.
Ooh, get 4 cents back. Cha-ching, and then take off the expenses.
There you
nice.
Go. Nice. See, I'm thinking.
All right, everybody. We do thank you for coming on out tonight. Again, I know it's a busy time, Thanksgiving Eve. I definitely do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for spending it with us. And tomorrow we do have our Thanksgiving video up as well. If you could come on by, would appreciate that. All of our whatnot auctions and the like. If you've never been behind the paywall, there got to be about almost, pretty near, just to make Dawn happy, pretty near 300 videos back there. Just $6.99. Try it for 1 month. You'll get a lot of things that you'll learn. I've actually, and this is important to me as well. I've had a couple of people who are behind the paywall reach out to me and say that every time they watch a video, they feel energized and they feel really, really good, and it makes them reflect and they feel better about reselling. So that really makes me feel good that we're doing good things back there as well. Not that we're not doing good things here as well, but definitely do appreciate each and every one of you. Do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Happy Thanksgiving. Take care. Bye-bye.
You know you have to hit on stream, right?
Oh, yeah.